pleased with that and the rest of your day?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about most of my numbers. Yeah.
Which one are you most proud of? The one that you kind of set out to hit?
I think that shuttle, the short shuttle, caught me off guard because I hadn't done that while I was testing. That didn't, that wasn't a huge emphasis when I was training. So, the fact that I came out there and did, I had to hit that number before.
Okay.
So 403, I think is what it was. So I was surprised by that. I felt pretty good about it.
You've always been a good athlete. Do you kind of get a sense, or were you kind of hoping that some of these, pro day like this, or I don't know if you remember the Dolphins, some of these events were going to be a good showcase for you?
Absolutely. I mean, especially, after having put on like 20 pounds the last off season, getting my body caught up with the weight and trying to make sure I could move the same way that I used to. Obviously, some numbers are going to suffer just because, it takes time to be able to really handle all that, but I was hoping that I would be able to have a good showing out here today.
Yeah, what have the last couple of months been like for you to try to get back to, I guess, linebackers, mostly what teams have been talking to you about? Just like, what's that process been like for you?
I mean, it's been cool. I was over at Bomberitos, and, I had the NFLPA Bowl, so I was training. I did some D-line stuff, but it was a lot of linebacker working my drops and getting the footwork right and whatnot. And then, back at Bomberitos I came back after that bowl game, working on a lot of rush things and getting those fundamentals right. Because I'm fairly new to those things, in comparison to most of these guys. So, but it's been an exciting process to be able to get out there and just, move full speed, get the work done.
Any former teams, you pick their brain at all? Any of the former guys that maybe a share or something like that?
I mean, Quincy's out here today, and I talked to him about a couple of the drills, just telling me to be smooth. My athleticism to take care of the stuff that I didn't, I was unsure about. I talked to Greg. Greg was at Bomberitos, so I got some good conversations with him. Shaq is over there too, Shaq Waterman. So it's always canes around. It's just always people around for me to pick their brains and be able to grow from.
Do you have any sense of
the expectations that you maybe have for yourself? Because I imagine this type of day is something you've been thinking about for a while. So did it stack up to what you thought it was going to be?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Obviously, there's going to be room for me to improve in every area. But I'm not going to make any excuses for anything. Some numbers that I know I did better with the training, I'm not going to, I can't make excuses for it. I just got to come out here, keep training, put the work in, and be able to perform whenever I'm called upon to perform.
What about from an emotional standpoint? Was this like a dream come true for you?
Absolutely, but at the same time, if you let your emotions get too high, at the wrong, like too early, you can burn out. I learned that just over my time playing the games and listening to different coaches talk. There's a way to go about it and peak up. Let it peak up, and then bring it all out when it's time. But this is definitely a dream come true. Something I've been working on for a long time.
Do you have a feel for where you think your NFL future chances are best, be it defensive end from your year there or linebacker from your many years there?
Most teams seem to like me as like an outside linebacker, rush type. Also can drop in the coverage, and so I guess a lot of 3-4 schemes. But honestly, I'll do whatever. They want me at special teams. I'll be out there knocking people's heads off doing special teams. I just want to play the game.
Yeah. Besides the Dolphins local day, any other teams you're visiting?
Visits, I guess visits get set up later. I had a couple Zoom calls and whatnot, but it's a lot of the interviews are there in the Bowl.
How's your body changed since the end of the season? Like you said, you had to add a lot of weight last year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's still been a work in progress, kind of.
Yeah, so I had to get my body fat percentage back down because a lot of, if you gain the weight that fast, it's not going to be all muscle unless you're cheating. I'm not doing none of that. But eating a lot of big carbs, big protein. So since then, I just lost a few pounds and back down to like 246 instead of being like 255, 250. I anticipate I have to bring it back up before my next camp, so that way, I'm not dropping too low. I don't want to be in the 230s or anything like that. I'd get scared. I'd be too fast then. But yeah, that's pretty much the main change, just dropping a few pounds.